Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about how to increase your online sales and grow your business. At Cabana, we take a lot of inspiration from the process of growing plants for this. Your plants will need water, air and light at any one time. However, whether they need more of one or the other will depend on how the plant is performing, so you need to continuously monitor it and make adjustments to best support its growth. Likewise, with your brand, there are three key elements you need to be focusing on: brand awareness, website traffic, and conversions. At any one time, you might want to shift your budgets and your focus from one to the other, but you have to continuously monitor all three, and depending on how you're performing and where you are with your business, make adjustments to fit those changes. So let's run through three in more detail. First, you've got brand awareness. You should be working towards increasing your brand awareness. The best way to do that is to start with understanding the person on the other side and speak to them directly. I'll use our own example of our digital agency. We don't want to simply say, well, we want to speak to small, medium-sized businesses. I want to speak to the person that makes decisions on whether they'd like to work with us or not. That's likely the business owner who cares about certain things, about certain goals and objectives. Likewise, it might be one of you watching this video right now. You care about how to increase online sales and grow your business. I want to speak to you directly and offer value to you, because that's how I'm going to effectively build brand awareness from the ground up. You need to be one of the few doing the hard things, rather than one of many doing the easy things. To succeed online, you need to stand out from your competition. Most of your competition will be doing the easy things, posting often and performing things that seem like something you should be doing. But you need to give it some thought, do the hard things that might not necessarily scale, but help build up brand awareness and turn everyone around you into your brand promoters. Businesses like plants grow with consistency. To give you an example, say you want to get into baking sourdough bread. If you just mention it to a friend or a colleague, they'll just think, okay, cool, that sounds great, and they'll probably forget about it. But if you continuously mention it, and if you actually do it week in, week out, after a certain amount of time, they'll consider you to be doing that thing, and they'll think of you whenever they think of sourdough bread. They will ask you for tips, questions, they'll ask you for the bread itself. So consistency over announcements. It's how you build brand awareness effectively. Number two, we've got drive more traffic to your website. Another super important element. In the short term, well, we're going to go through different timescales. So in the short term, you have paid options such as pay-per-click, where you appear at the top of search results by paying Google for that privilege. We've got paid social, which is essentially paid ads that appear across different social media networks. And affiliate marketing. You can sponsor micro-influencers in YouTube videos, you can sponsor a podcast, or ask someone to promote you on their social media profile. All fairly effective, just depend on your particular business. Secondly, we've got short to long term, using brand building exercises that we've covered in the brand awareness element. And you need to be getting involved in social media, on different online communities, and doing things that won't necessarily scale super well, but initially help get more people to associate you with something by offering value to your potential customers. You also want to start establishing thought leadership. People need to associate you as the person or the brand to go to for a particular product or service. The best way to do that is to speak with as many people as you can, offer them value, and get them to associate you with the thing that they are after. Finally, we've got the medium to long term, search engine optimization. Super important for you to start that as soon as you can. Focus on good content strategy, quality websites, and understanding your market and your competitors. There's usually a lag of about 6 to 9 months for a lot of businesses to start seeing a lot of return from the SEO campaign. And you can think of this as as continuous gains from investments. You've got compounding interest at play. The more you invest consistently, and the longer you do it, the more returns you see. In the long term, SEO will prove to be probably the cheapest way for you to get, for most businesses anyway, the cheapest way for you to get more visitors onto your page, but you need to do it for a while before you start seeing the returns. Finally, you've got improving conversions on your website. What are the conversions? Well, you need to decide on two key things. One is the thing you want the visitor to do the most. If you're selling products online, it's to probably place an order. If you're offering services, then it's to either inquire about that service through calling you, submitting a form, or just chatting to you through a chatbot. Then you have the second conversion, which just supports the first one for anyone not quite ready. For example, ordering free samples, or typing in their email to download a free white paper or a guide or something like that. How do you capitalize on that? You need to use design elements well. That includes different buttons, conversion points, and also content. You need to offer some value to the visitor, speak to their needs or wants directly. And finally, you want to be tracking and optimizing. The best way to see whether your conversions are doing well or not is to see how people use your website and where the drop-offs are, and introduce different tests to see whether you can increase conversions through adjusting a drop-off point for your visitors. You can do that through different software you install on your website and working with experts to help you analyze the results. So to tie that up together, we've got brand awareness, website traffic, and conversions. You need to be responsive, ideally have an expert that helps you shift focus from one to the other and assign budgets accordingly, and this will ultimately determine your online success and help you make more sales. I hope this has been helpful. If you'd like to learn anything about what we've discussed today, feel free to drop a comment or ask a question. I'll be happy to answer it for you, or maybe turn it into next week's video. Thanks a lot, take care.